What's the scale, lads? What's the story? Today we have a bunch of videos coming from Virgin Media News, okay? Tonight show on Virgin Media 1, of course, another propaganda network. You guys already know how I feel about these mainstream media platforms. News Talk, Joe.ie, RTE, I mean, just all of them, guys. Name them. Name one. You know what I mean? They're all propaganda. Apart from County Gains News Media, guys, we keep it 100% real, 100% authentic over here. Today, we're going to be listening to a bunch of different people. Let's get straight into it, guys. This is obviously about the Dáil, you know, the crazy chaos that erupted in the Dáil and a whole bunch of different stuff. So let's listen to this first one.
But what has happened is that disagreement has been elevated to a whole other level, driven by hyperbole that doesn't reflect the substance of what is being put forward. Like, Richard is on the show with me here this evening. He was on the radio earlier today, and he said that the government were trying to have a coup d'etat. Now, there's no one in this country who feels like a coup d'etat took place today. You saw there on the Dáil clippings that you put.
That is so gas, lads. Like, obviously a coup d'etat is like a political overthrow. You know what I mean? Something that happens in Cuba, Venezuela, you know, one of these third world, you know, Latin American countries. So yeah, obviously massive hyperbole. Like, Richard Boy Barrett is literally part of a communist party. How he's even allowed in the fucking Dáil is unbelievable, guys. Like, who lets these people even form these parties? There's no right-wing party, okay? For everyone that thinks, oh, the right-wing are coming to take your, you know, brainwash your kids on the news, you know, all these different, you know, social media influencers. There's not even a right-wing in the government, guys. They're all center or liberal or center. They say center, right? They're all liberal. They're all woke, DI, liberal, Marxist, communist. Richard Boy Barrett, social, you know, people before profit. That's a goddamn communist party. Unbelievable.
Put on there, Deputy Collins talking about the end of democracy. Like, I recognise that there's a row here. There's a serious dispute. Call me naive, I'm an UTD. I do actually feel that those views are sincerely held. I do accept that the opposition don't agree with this government proposal that I'm a member of, that backbenchers should have a say. I actually support the government on this. I do think backbenchers should have an opportunity to question the Taoiseach, question the Taoiseach, in the same way MPs in Westminster are able to do so. And the most fundamental point of all of this that's important to recognise is that there has been no time taken away from the opposition whatsoever in relation to these proposals.
Who even knows who these people are? They're all complete nobodies. Complete nobodies, guys. Like, they're only moderately, you know, C-list, Z-list famous because they were elected into the flipping government, right? So yeah, obviously he's saying this hyperbole over the disagreements of speaking rights and the 8-minute times, all that stuff. You guys can look into that. Super boring stuff. I mean, the government guys are just so, they can't even agree on what the hell, you know, is, you know, what time should be allocated to speakers, and just complete nonsense, guys. So the next video we have here, okay, of course, is about the same thing. Micheál Martin arguing with Richard Boy Barrett. Let's hear what this has to say, guys. Again, another 1 minute or so clip. There's about 6 different clips. So, but yeah, obviously Kieran Kilty, or Kieran Cuckoldry, as I like to call him. You know, these guys are just complete propaganda pushers. You know, it's such a flippin' insane time to be in the media now. Me, I'm an independent journalist. My whole channel is based off 100% keeping it real, as we say. You know, authenticity is what made my channel, guys. And these people are just complete liars and fakes. And how nobody has called it out until like this year. You know, we have like a bunch of different YouTubers. I was calling it out last year. There was only one other person on YouTube with me, flipping Ninja Knight, that was calling the shit out. And then I started making a few different videos. Like, it was just me and him. There was a few others, but they all got cancelled. They were just, you know, they weren't putting out good content or whatever, or they don't put out consistent content. But it's like, now there's just every single person on YouTube the last week has started a YouTube channel. It's unbelievable, and it's great to see, guys. You know, the more people speak out against this stuff, we have Garen speaking out against it. We have flipping 3 Bucks Left. We have flipping everyone that's mainstream. I'm not mainstream, guys. I'm flipping, I fly under the radar, okay? I'm on YouTube. I'm not on TikTok and Instagram like you guys. You know, I use those social media platforms for fitness and stuff, my personal training business. But it's amazing to see. I want to see more people critiquing things, okay? We need to be speaking out. This is not a cowardice country. We want to be like America, guys. We want to speak out against injustices, okay? None of this cowardice bullshit no more, guys. A man dies once, a coward dies 1,000 times.
And one of the main targets, and it hasn't been emphasised enough, I've been emphasising it since the beginning of this, is Micheál Martin does not like that slot, and it's very clear. He's cut it down to 50% even throughout this year, unofficially. But he doesn't like that slot because we raise stuff that is embarrassing for the government. They're under pressure on all sorts of issues. And these are the issues that are brought to us by the public. So they want to quiet the opposition. They don't want to be put under as much pressure about issues that the public want us to raise with the government. And then they want to give the Lowry group, for whatever reason he's got over this government, whatever little grubby deal they've done, to dilute and undermine the opposition and to be pitching friendly questions. And one of the main targets, and it hasn't been emphasised enough.
This Richard Boy Baraka, he says so much, but says so absolutely little, and so absolutely nothing, guys. Like so much and so little at the same time. Now, guys, they're going to be discussing the Michael Lowry flipping off, giving the two fingers, which basically just means F off. For those who aren't familiar with that sort of hand gesture, it just means F off. I don't think that's even a real negative thing to say in the Dáil. Oh, it's so unprofessional. I say every video I'm a professional, guys, but you can swear in the Dáil. It's not against the law, guys. You can make remarks that people, these sensitive little bitchs are, afraid of, but these are indicative of the times, guys. This is how frustrated people are now. And it's gonna stay like that for a very, very long time. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people don't want to say, oh, you're not allowed to swear and stuff like that. Guys, this is like, again, feminine bullshit. Okay, feminist bullshit, I should say.
Lowry apologised for that gesture.
Well, clearly what he did was unacceptable. It's not acceptable to make gestures like that in the Dáil. I've heard the explanation that he's given in relation to it.
You don't believe it, do you?
And, well, look, whatever his motivation...
No, but you don't believe it, do you?
Well, I'm just going to answer this.
Answer the question I'm asking. Do you believe it? Do you believe it?
Oh, you're kicking up a fuss there, Kieran Cuckoldry. Relax there, Kieran Cuckoldry.
Look, I saw what I've seen in the video, okay?
So you don't believe it?
Well, I'm not he has said something, right? And that's his... I'm not going to impute
He's gaslighting it. Not only is he holding the government to ransom, he's gaslighting the public. Michael Lowry is claiming that he actually didn't give anyone the two fingers.
I'm a government TD, and I'm saying it's unacceptable. That is unacceptable behaviour.
He's gaslighting the public. Oh my goodness. Just, again, Kieran, that guy is a complete feminist, guys. I don't even know why they gave him a raise. I saw recently he went off the radio. Now he's on this show. He's actually on TV. Guys, it's like they give the worst people these positions. Whoever's in charge of Virgin Media, RT News, Joe.ie, hire me. Okay, I'll be authentic and real. I won't be stupid like these other people. And guarantee you guys one day, I will be on the same as Ben Scallon from Grip Media. I'm going to be on one of these shows, Virgin Media, This Tonight Show, or the Claire, what is it named? Claire Hannon or Katie Hannon. I'm going to be on these shows, guys. And if I get on one of these shows, man, it's going to be over, man. Every single person's getting it. They're going to get squashed, guys. Let's hear what this one has to say.
James or the government refuse point blank to answer a simple question. Why have they taken away 45 minutes every week of Taoiseach's questions? That adds up over the course of a year to hundreds of questions by both the opposition and government backbench TDs. Hundreds of questions on multiple issues affecting the public. Why have they done that? Why have they reduced from a minute to 30 seconds the time available to opposition leaders to question, or whips, to question the order of business each week? Why have they done that?
I agree with him on that one, guys. Wrong speaker, right message. Like I said, same with Conor McGregor. You might not like him, but he has the correct message. They take away these oppositional messages because they don't want opposition. They want you to be a slave. And they always say that the people in society, guys, these are the people, like we're like all sheep and slaves, guys. Everyone, I say, oh, I come on this internet and talk. I'm not a sheep, I'm not a slave. We all are, because we don't have our say in the Dáil. The people that we want to represent us aren't in the Dáil. Okay, it's clear by the comments that I get on my YouTube channel and all the different comments that I see on their channel as well, that everyone disagrees with everything they have to say. Okay, so it's not just me, guys, that's speaking up and doing this sort of righteous thing. Okay, so you can save those comments. I appreciate the love and support, but we need change by voting in people that are good, guys. Next election comes along, there'll be a huge change, because I'll tell you what, guys, even the presidency, Conor McGregor is going to get that presidency easily. It's just crazy, because the whole shift, okay, the shift of the last 3 months since Trump has come into office in America has just caused a cascading wave over the whole Irish public and over Europe, quite frankly. So let's hear what they say on this little segment.
Kieran, I was sitting quietly just to show the lads how you can wait for your speaking time and without interrupting or shouting, but I think that's where this...
The Irish Independent, you can throw them in the category. The flipping the Journal, okay, Irish Independent, RT News, Joe.ie, the Irish Times, like every newspaper is just complete just spreading of BS, guys, in my personal opinion, of course.
Story is going now is the question over Verona Murphy tonight. Obviously the opposition parties all had their own private meetings afterwards. Nobody has come out tonight to say that her head will be on a plate tomorrow, but I think it's a real possibility now because she has been accused of colluding with the government.
Will you explain that, actually, just for people who weren't kind of gathered around the TV screens watching Dáil Business throughout the day, as sad sacks like us do. What exactly is Verona Murphy accused of doing today?
Well, effectively she's accused of to make it simple, of fast-tracking that vote on these speaking rights. So people may have actually missed this, but the government actually got the vote through. It was passed today. Now, it's disputed by the opposition about whether it was done right or not, but the accusation against Verona Murphy is that basically she cast aside normal procedures in order to make that happen, to get that through, in an attempt, I suppose, to kill this, to draw a line under it. Now, the opposite happened because all it did was actually inflame the situation. So the truth is that tonight, the standing orders in the Dáil have been changed to allow the independents, including Michael Lowry, have their speaking time. Officially, it's done.
Officially, the row is over, but it's far from over.
Yeah, except it's obviously going to take a whole new life of its own tomorrow.
I mean, she shouldn't even be the king caller, because, guys, I mean, what real qualifications does she have? And obviously, guys, that's a real masculine position. You know, that's, you know, I know people don't want to say, oh, there's women jobs and female jobs and male jobs, but there are, guys. You know, if you're in the military, that's probably a male job, you know, Gardaí, stuff like that. Or, you know, obviously it's like 50-50 now in the Irish Guards, but if you actually, you know, boil it down, like, you know, it's just a really tough position for a woman standing up there trying to quieten people. She's the first ever of that position, and it's great to see that. You know, we can have flipping diversity a little bit, right? I'm not against that at all, but like, she's obviously not great at the position at all, guys. Like, you know, you need to hire people that are actually great at these jobs, man. And it's just not good.
Can I suggest, James, why they're attacking the referee? I actually have a theory that Verona Murphy caused all of this. The day she was elected Ceann Comhairle, she stood up in the Dáil and thanked Michael Lowry for basically creating that situation that allowed her to become Ceann Comhairle. And that started all this focus on Michael Lowry, because it became very clear on the record of the Dáil at that moment that he was pulling strings in the background. And that's very different than if I sit down at the weekend and write in the Sunday Independent that my analysis is that Michael Lowry seems to be doing things in the background. That's my opinion. It's a thing if Richard stands up and accuses Michael Lowry of having undue influence over the government actions, you'll just go, well, he would say that, wouldn't he? Richard says a lot of things like coup d'etats. But it's very different when Verona Murphy stood up.
Orchestrated coup d'etats.
But when Verona Murphy stood up and said that Michael Lowry orchestrated her getting that job, that started all of this and all the focus on him.
That a bit of a conspiracy theory coming from the Irish Independent there. And guys, I mean, look at the panel that we have here. I mean, this guy on the right, this is the journalists that we have in Ireland. Complete nerds, guys. If you guys want jacked journalism, that's what I'm going to call myself now. Jacked journalism. That's what I'm going to call it, because these pencil necks, I mean, they haven't got an ounce of testosterone between them, guys. It's unbelievable. And I know it doesn't seem like a big deal when I'm recording these videos to the public and stuff, but it does make a huge difference, because if you're not a masculine man, you can't report the news properly. The Irish Independent, all these news platforms, the mainstream news, they don't report the news, they create the news. You understand? Big difference, guys. They do it for money, clicks, all that type of stuff. So, yeah, let's hear the next video, guys. Because, look, this guy doesn't even blink. I mean, come on, guys, come on.
But if the opposition have lost confidence in her, she cannot continue in her role, can she?
Well, I'm not going to answer hypotheticals, because I don't know what the decision of the opposition is going to be.
Verona Murphy?
It would be impossible to have confidence given what happened today, because...
it's no longer...
Yeah, she sucks. Get her out of that position, guys. Unreal. Hiring people based on their, gender, based on their race, based on their nationality. I think you have to be Irish to be in these positions. Well, do you? Do you even have to be? I mean, I suppose you do. You know, I mean, you'd want to be. You know what I mean? You'd want to be at least living here for flipping 20 years to know the flipping runaround of Ireland. You know what I mean? But, oh lads, this the last 3 months of Irish and American politics has just been a train wreck.
Because
sorry, it's no longer hypothetical. They don't.
Well, hang on a second. Richard Boyd Barrett is. Do you have 2 members of your party in the whole Dáil, and he speaks for the whole of the opposition because he said that? Let's wait and see what the opposition have to say in relation to this issue. But I would caution them. There's attacking the referee. I mean, ultimately, this was a decision where there was a row between government and opposition. By the way, the vote took place and they voted. I don't think you understand
the point. Whether they should or shouldn't have attacked the referee is kind of beside the point. The fact is they have. And if they say they have no confidence, to Kevin's point, she cannot continue in the role.
Well, let's see how this all plays out.
Richard.
First of all, we didn't attack the referee.
But...
So, I think they're all just like colluding or something. I mean, why they wouldn't be against the King Cola is just... You know, honestly, it beggars belief, guys. I wonder why these people want to have people that they know and want to, be in the sort of good books with the person that's, leading and the referee, okay? It's because they're flipping probably colluding. I mean, God knows, guys. I have no idea, but, you know what I mean? We can take wild stabs and guesses in the dark of what the hell happens in this country, at the higher up levels. Let's just call it how it is.
Well, I think the issue of confidence in the Count Corla will definitely be discussed, and how we're going to respond to the railroading of these changes through, which are designed to facilitate the Lowry group and undermine the opposition and our ability to do our work. So we've got to think seriously how we're going to address that. But we think what was done today was a disgrace, and even now the government, and I just want to underline this point, should go back to keeping the promise they made to the public and the Dáil when they said this issue would be resolved to the satisfaction of both the opposition and the government. That's what
this Richard Boyd Barrett is so communist, guys. He literally just disagrees with the King Cola and, of course, the guy flipping off people, okay, Michael Lowry, because they're opposition. That's literally it, guys. They're just opposition. On their right wing, It's just like, bro, insane, guys. Absolute insane. I'm going to leave it there because I can't take much more of this, guys. And, of course, the flipping off of people, should that be done? I mean, probably not, guys. But I don't really see it, as being... I don't really see people being so sensitive in the flipping Dáil. It just seems like way too sensitive. You have Paul Murphy taking videos of people. Just ridiculous, guys. Okay, this Communist Party bullshit, people before profit, eco-socialist. Look at Paul Murphy's people before profit, eco-socialist. Like, how did they get voted in? Guys? It's just, I'll tell you, people in Dublin just seem way more, harder than the people in flipping the west of Ireland. We're so soft in the west, guys, because it's so relaxed and so chill here. Wait till the shit hits the fan in the west, guys. We're going to be really on the shit then. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoy that, man. If you guys want to support me pushing back against the government narrative like I'm doing every goddamn night for the next 4 fucking years, okay? I can't even swear because I want to swear, but I can't, guys, okay? For the next 4 years minimum, all right? Make sure to subscribe and also hit that flipping join link underneath the video. Become a member of the channel. I have like 6 members now. We'll push back against the government together. And, yeah. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the membership section, man. Peace.